we are now cooking with gas, cooking with just, I don't even know, some otherworldly shit. Boruto chapter 43. Oh my gosh. This was one for the books, baby. This was one for the ages, for this manga. Oh my gosh. Boruto losing it. It honestly felt as though, real talk, real talk, it felt like it was on some Super Saiyan 2 Gohan shit. That's one of my all-time favorite classic moments in shonen anime and manga history, when Gohan loses and goes Super Saiyan 2. It gave me a little bit of that vibe. It gave me so much of a feel of like, this is nasty and I love it. Let's talk about that once again. I said it in the spoiler video. I gotta say it one more time because I can't believe I'm saying it, but I gotta say it. Boruto greatness. Let's talk about it, baby. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. So the chapter kicks off in an epic way. After last month's Chidori, which I was still like, yo, Sarada doing some big things, she was able to take out Boro's heart, or the core, the nucleus, whatever you want to call it, to Boro, where basically that was like, you know, his life. That was like the centerpiece of what's keeping him all together. And I'm like, yo, Sakura could never, and I'm gonna keep doing it. I don't care. I love seeing a great female protagonist. That's how you do it, baby. That's how you showcase that shit. You don't need to just be the damsel in distress in the corner, baby. Sarada did some real shit. Loved it. Opening the chapter off with a bang already. But, Boro. Almost said Boruto a couple different times, but Boro! Dude starts growing tentacles. He kind of reminds me of like Imperfect Cell when he was about to blow up. Like, he just starts getting really freaking big, and then he just starts shooting out tentacles out of the bottom of his body because the core that was keeping him all together is no longer there. So now he's just like losing control of himself. He's still very deadly, but it's just like, Boro, you were just a mess, man. Like, I am gonna lie, as great as this chapter was, and it was a great chapter, a really great chapter, I do gotta say that Boro, you ain't it, fam. Like, you was not the creme de la creme when it comes to villains. He wasn't interesting by far. The only interesting thing about him was the fact that he was strong against this new Team 7 of a couple of Genin and some, you know, Kawaki, the cybernetic creation or whatever. So, well, Mitsuki, the cybernetic creation. You know what I mean? Like, there was not much really to Boro that made me excited about Boro. It was more so the circumstances and them trying to figure things out and seeing if, like, you know, because they're like the new Akatsuki, Kara, in a way. So seeing the new Team 7 try to figure this out is what was interesting about it, and then everything else around it. Boro himself is just like, yo, you look like a big gigantic tentacle monster at this point. Like, okay. Then after that, Boruto and Kawaki, thanks to Kawaki's brilliant idea, are able to save Naruto, removing him from the giant pot that they had him you know, stored in, which really starts making me question a lot, because one of the big things after that event where he got locked in the gourd and, you know, Boro was guarding it and all that stuff, the whole fight with Jigen and everything, I was really led to believe that this is how all of that time skip is going to make sense. Like, when Kawaki says in the time skip, I'm going to send you the way of the 7th, it made sense. Like, yo, he got sealed. It all links together. So the fact that he was released and they got him now, unless something happens in between them getting, you know, from where we're at right now to them bringing the 7th back to Konoha or something after, seemed as though like we were wrong. We all thought like, yo, this is what happened. He got sealed. This is what Kawaki was talking about. And now it kind of makes us all eat our words on that shit. Like, well, what the hell? Because if they save Naruto, then obviously that's not the way he went. So there's still the possibility Naruto could die. There's still that possibility. Now that he's been saved from the pot that he was sealed in, Naruto could very well still die, or he could get sealed again, or something else could happen. Who knows at this point? He could get sealed some other way. And now that Boro has become this raging, rampaging tentacle monster, smashes Mitsuki, which, man, Mitsuki. Like, yo, first of all, we ain't get Sage Mode Mitsuki. I was really hoping he would have break the whole secret that he's been having about this shit and really go wild. But Mitsuki being the ploy to begin all of this, because if you think about it, it's not just Mitsuki that is the catalyst to Boruto going nuts and all that shit. Like, everybody else gets wrecked shortly after. But damn, Mitsuki, damn! Why it had to be him? Because then following that, Kawaki blasts off one of Boro's arm. Boro sends him flying. Then he even tries to strangle the shit out of Sarada and leaves her there out cold. And it's like, yo, Boro, again, not taking away from, you know, his power. Like, I may not care about the character himself because there's nothing to him. He's just like a strong, nasty monster at this particular point. But yo, he put in work, especially now that he has no control of himself. He was just bopping everybody. So I gotta give praise in that regard of like, yo, this shows that he was just numbered. Like, that's one of the big things, outnumbered, and to be honest, to a certain degree outsmarted, and he just underestimated in general. Like, yeah, they may be some kids, but two of them have some legendary crazy power within them. One of them is a creation from one of the world's most intelligent scientists out there, Orochimaru, and then Sarada, she's from the friggin' Uchiha clan. So he was outmatched, outnumbered, outsmarted, all of the above. And then of course you throw in the fact that, hey, they're all trying to save somebody that they deeply care about. Well, three of them. Mitsuki, I'm sure he has something. Maybe he just like finds some intriguing aspects like, hey, Boruto came out of the Hokage's nuts, so I should save him. But of course, you know, like Sarada, she had a battery in her back, like she really worships the seventh. Likewise with Kawaki, of course, that's Boruto's father. So yeah, they had a love, friendship, power, not friendship because it's not about friendship. They had a power up of love and wanting to do things. So yeah, Boro, you had your work cut out for you there, buddy. But then this is where the chapter gets thrown on its head. Boruto suddenly says, don't get cocky, you inferior creature. The horn on the side of his head grows out. The karma mark shoots up through his face. He has now the Jigen on one of his eyes, seemingly, unless that's like a Byakugan, but I'm pretty sure that was the Jigen. And he's no longer speaking as himself, because why would Boruto talk like that? Like, you inferior creature. I mean, there's a possibility of being mad enough, but it seems as though in this chapter, it's proving the big theory that a lot of people have had, that the Otsutsuki are able to basically possess the bodies of these people. It's not just their chakra doesn't, they are in there. So Kawaki and Boruto could potentially both be possessed by whatever Otsutsuki created karma in them to begin with, which really makes me wonder, what Otsutsuki does Kawaki have? I know it was an artificial creation, but what started that? Was it just like some of the chakra from Jigen, so Jigen could automatically assume Kawaki's body to begin with? Like, if this is Momoshiki inside of Boruto, then what the hell is inside of Kawaki? And it's clear, of course, that it's an Otsutsuki, because Boro says, Otsutsuki. Like, yeah, fam, shit yourself. Yo, the aliens is here. The aliens. I don't know why I just started saying the aliens like that, but yeah, let's continue. And it's so freaking crazy. Like, this is where the chapter just gets so hype. Boruto, or what we're gonna call him, Momoruto at this point, because obviously it's Momoshiki that's taking control. He's like drained from chakra. He's like, oh, there's not much chakra left. He goes over there, swipes some of Naruto's chakra, clear as day, not giving two shits. Like, hey, you know, he's on death's door, but yeah, let me get some of that chakra. Screw that motherfucker. We need to kick this dude's ass right now. Then goes over there, just starts pummeling on this dude like, ah. And I love when he says, what did he call that jutsu again? Oh, that's right, Rasengan. And it's like the most giant Rasengan, showcasing the true capabilities of what karma could do when Boruto really utilizes it. Because obviously, again, Momoshiki, he's going to be able to utilize the max potential of what he can do, because he knows what's going on. He's the invader in Boruto's body. He knows what's up. And it's just like, oh my gosh, this chapter was just boom. That shit was insane. It gave me that vibe of like so many different things I've seen in shonen manga and anime history. Between, it felt like a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan thing, seeing all of his comrades get knocked out and then losing it, but then also the possession type of thing gave me like Hollow Ichigo vibes, Kurama to a certain degree, even though he's kind of like not a raging beast. He has sense, and again, it's Momoshiki's mind, so it just gave me that vibe that I love that shit in shonen manga and anime, the inner turmoil between this darker force that's within you. I rock with it. It was great. It just deepened the mystery even more of what's going on with Boruto and Kawaki. Like, woo! Then he follows with, shortly after basically eradicating Boro, not yet, my dear blue-eyed boy. It's not time for you to lose everything. Which I want to say, was it Momoshiki when he possessed Boruto or gave him a bit of that chakra, saying that he would lose everything? Because I kind of remember Tonetti foreshadowing shit. I don't know if it was in the manga or the anime, but either way, you can see that, because he said it's a ways away. So there's a huge possibility that this manga could go like, I'm curious, and there's a possibility, there's a strong possibility. What if there's still another arc in between now and the time skip of when Kawaki is fighting Boruto? Like, what if, and what I mean by that, what if there's something else that happens besides the Kara group? Like, there's a possibility, like if he's saying a ways away from now, obviously there's going to be a time skip where he's going to grow up, but that just kind of had me a little bit curious. Like, who knows? Maybe this arc or these villains aren't the end all be all that's going to lead to that time skip. Maybe there could be something else, because I mean we already got what the one outer we got. Ao, he was eradicated. One of the main group members, Boro, was eradicated. Shit, one of the members of Kara, when we first got introduced to them, was eradicated. So who the hell knows? Maybe there's more villains that will follow all of this. And of course, Boruto doesn't remember Jack Diddles, so yeah, he's not going to probably be able to know how to use that power again, like that monstrosity of how he was just able to beat the dog shit out of Boro after they were all just getting pummeled damn near to death. But again, Naruto saved, which really makes me question that ending, which I don't want to dive into because we already talked about it. But if Naruto saved, what way does he go that Kawaki is referencing in the very beginning of the series in the time skip? Then we cut to the hideout of Kara. Kashin Koji has arrived, and he's speaking with Amado. He's like, yo, Code, which we haven't seen Code in a while, but Code, he's with the Ten Tails watching over him, which he had a really sick design. I'm interested to see him. I feel as though him and Delta, well, Delta already was way more interesting than Boro, but I feel as though Code will definitely be more exciting of a battle and a challenge than Boro, just plain old Boro. And Amado informs Koji that Jigen is resting up. He's only not even, he's recharging. He's only at less than 10%. And he's like, oh, so you're gonna do it? And yeah, Kashin Koji's like, I'm about to take this dude out. Chapter ends with a face-off of Kashin Koji and Jigen right there, and I'm just like, yeah! Which makes me wonder as well, when Amado says that, oh, you're gonna do it, like, you were aware that this guy's a traitor? So are you a traitor yourself, or was the organization aware of this? Like, what's going on here? Were you created by Amado to be able to take down Jigen to begin with? Which, I say Jigen, we know Ishiki, Otsutsuki, but yeah, they're, for me, interchangeable. I might reference him sometimes as Ishiki, I might reference him as Jigen, whichever goes with it. And of course, as I mentioned in my spoiler video, we get to see a little more under the mask, which somebody said that it's been shown before. Maybe my memory is just messed up, but yeah, see a little line under his eye, which very, very heavy clue to Jiraiya being, Kashin Koji, or him being a robotic, cybernetic version of Jiraiya, or something else. But crazy chapter, amazing chapter, honestly, best fight. I want to say, if not the best fight, but one of the best endings, because the fight itself, we had like 4 months of Boro just being a big old pile of dog shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, the conclusion, all of this shit, this chapter in and of itself, 10 out of 10. I love this chapter. I rocked with this chapter so heavy. Seeing Boruto lose it, the possession of Momoshiki, which again brings so many more questions as to what the hell is going on with karma, what exactly really is this shit. More questions on Naruto. So if he's saved now, then what the hell? And Kashin Koji against Jigen, huge setup. Like, this chapter, honestly, golden chapter. Freaking loved every minute of it. But I'm curious what you guys felt about this chapter. How did he think about, or what did he think, shall I say, of Boruto finishing off Boro? Did he think it was crazy, insane? How did he feel about the possession of Momoshiki, the powers that was shown? How do you feel about Boro now that he's gone? Do you feel as though he was a decent villain? Honestly, I felt as though the power that he displayed was awesome, but he was just not interesting by far at all. Also, what do you think about that ending though? Kashin Koji, more Jiraiya theories incoming. You think he's going to be able to take out Jigen? Highly doubt it. I think there's a possibility within the next couple months we could actually find out who the hell Kashin Koji is. Do you think he's been working with Amado, or Amado created him using some of Jiraiya's DNA or Jiraiya's body? He went down in the sea and got it, and that's why he's that way? Was he targeted to begin with to take down Jigen? Your overall thoughts and expectations for the future of Boruto with chapter 44 and beyond next month. Like, this shit is crazy. I'm loving it. But that's all I have for this one though. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links of course are in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life. Bye. Have an awesome day. Peace in, and baby Boruto is going crazy. Love it. Everything good always comes to an end. If you stab me in my back, we can never make amends. Trying to move to acceptance, hard to accept it. Mistakes like mirrors, gotta reflect it. I don't wanna fucking leave, but I gotta leave. Leave the maybes to the crazies. Maybe one day there I go, admitting something in a subtle way. No more copies, leave without a trace. Last time, I'ma say last time. Moving on to the future, leave the memories as a pastime. Memories always feel like the worst. Letting all the past, leave it in a hearse. Sometimes I wanna lie, but I don't. Why lie when truthfully you get caught in it? Then usually is all
fall off and shit, uncalled for shit. Now I'm off the shit. Maybe lately what I've been facing got me crazy. No, I can't take it. Maybe, 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 maybe. Real talk.